What's happening, tubes? Hope y'all are having a good day. Went to work, did my usual stuff, and I figured we would do this review on these gloves. What do you think? Now I don't know if you can tell, but these are the ones that I did wear. They do have a little bit of a discoloration to them, but they held up good, and I was able to get them all fine, and so on and so forth. Let me slap them on real quick, and we'll do a few tests with them. All right, got them on. Haven't got them on all the way, apparently. Let me pull it down real quick. Alright, well, that's better. That's better than what it was anyway. Stick my hand out so you can see a little bit better. They feel good. I mean, can't lie about that. And, like I said, I don't know if you can see the discoloration in it or not. But, pop the hood on this. And, let's see if... what can I do to take you guys somewhere? And I mean, I could attempt to try to go and get the thing or whatever and clip it to this and set you up, but if I don't have to, I really don't want to go back in the house right this moment. Let me grab something that's got some weight to it. Now, you can't really see the dipstick from there, I understand. I apologize for that. Move this fan out of the way a little bit so I can walk past. And let me grab a rag real quick. I've really got to get in here and get some more stuff organized. But it is what it is. It is what it is. Pull the dipstick out first. And it has been ran recently, so I mean, but as you can see, there's definitely oil in it. They have got these gloves have got a textured end on them, and they help you grip stuff fairly well. Now, yes, I am using the rag to wipe this stuff off with. Slide it back on in there. Pull it back out. Can't even get you guys in the damn shot. Anyway, now, depending on what you do and what however you decide to use these gloves, I'm sure the more you do, the more likely you are to find something that's going to poke a hole in it somewhere, somehow, some way. Hang on a second. Alright, I had a slight interruption. I had to pause there for a second. But yeah, as I was saying, depending on what you're doing, will justify you know, how long they hold up into what you're doing and whatnot. Even though the truck isn't running, we'll pull out the automatic dipstick too. Take a whiff of it. Smells like transmission fluid. Speaking of transmission fluid, oh yeah, I'll show you guys. Speaking of transmission fluid, guy I work with has had nothing but problems out of this little Ford Ranger transmission that he's been working on. I feel sorry for the guy, because you know, you would think things would work out in your favor. And, you know, he pulled the transmission out of the truck and had to turn right around, and when he pulled it out, he rebuilt it, and he had to turn around, you know, and obviously try to put it back in. And if you slight miscalculate any little thing, the transmission is not going to work. And that's pretty much what happened. But anyways, make sure I ain't got no oil and grease on my hands so I can pick this phone up. It does seem to be mobile friendly. I've had these gloves on the entire time that I've had to pause and stop and start and whatnot, and you know, they seem, like I said, they seem to work great in comparison to the other ones that I had been using. I've got a little dribble down here. I need to get it up. Just a little dribble. Nothing more. I really seriously need to change this damn air filter here. These you don't have to change quite as much as you do like a stock one, but it's got some crud in it, and I really need to get a new one. I forgot what the diameter is. I'm pretty sure it's probably like a 3-inch inlet, maybe 3.5. I'm gonna have to measure it. Let's see, another little dribble. What's up here? What else can I check while I'm in here? I can't check the coolant because, like I said, it's still hot. Brake fluid, I can see it from here. It looks good, but we'll go over here and just pop the lid off of it anyway, just so I can say I did. And by the way, the lid is chrome, if you didn't know. Have to be easy. Looks good. Nice and full. Close it and lock it back down. And if you wanted to know about this particular lid, I've got this cap is chrome, the oil fill tube cap is chrome, the power steering cap is chrome, the radiator cap way over there is chrome. I put this box in. There was a tray that sat below this or whatever for like a spare battery, and you know, I figured that it would be better for, you know, emergency purposes, so I put a rag in there and a little funnel. That pretty much sums it up in a nutshell. Just now rubbing on this compressor, trying to see what I'm seeing. I think the compressor is the one that's at fault with this, because if you guys remember, I had washed everything off fairly well with the greaser and whatnot, and it smells like oil, like you put in air conditioning. So yeah, I think the compressor is definitely the culprit. I've got I've got some sealant stuff to put in the air conditioning at work. Haven't paid for it yet, but I've got it. I just got to put it in there. Probably do it tomorrow. But I'll probably go end up using these gloves in future videos when I'm doing stuff to this and tinkering around in here with whatever. Overall, if I had to respectively give this a score right now of what little bit I've just done just sitting here, and I know it wasn't that much, but I'd have to give it at least 10 being the greatest, 1 being a pile of crap. I would have to say 7.5, 8, only because of having to try to figure out what your correct size is. And like I said, I think I probably could go up a size with these gloves, and they fit good, but they're still a little snug to get on and off. But I mean, you don't want them to be like falling off of you kind of loose, but you don't want them to be cutting off your circulation either. You know what I mean? But I'm sitting here, I can get out some of this pine straw all up in here. That's the only bad thing about having trees in your yard. I've got 14 pines, and I'd like to see all of them gone. I'm not gonna be able to get all of it out, but a good majority. And if you guys need any stuff sticker wise done, or shirts made, hats, whatever, give my boy Kyle a call. 252-945-8749 in DVS Designs. He does a lot of car audio related stuff too. Good fella. I need to go see him sometime. We were going to try to do something car audio related as far as a box for this at some point in time. It was right before. Actually, it was right. What happened? Well, me and him had talked about it prior to me losing my job, and things just didn't go as planned. And I was doing he was recording, but I was doing some of the editing for some of his videos. But I think he kind of got the hang of it now, so he does his own stuff. I have got bad gas, just so you guys know. Hey, they always say there's more room out than there is in. But anyways, I'll definitely be using these on the truck, and I'll also be definitely using these for that and miscellaneous other things that I have going on around here. I'm gonna turn this camera around and we're gonna wrap this up. So yeah, you must definitely look into getting some of these gloves for yourself if you do a lot of automotive related stuff. If you're a technician just starting out, mechanic, whatever. There is a difference between a mechanic and a technician, by the way. Maybe after we get the next tool review, which will be on this item, done, we can move on to the reasons of what the difference is. It's not that much. Most of you may already know. Of course, you can go to Google and search it, but sometimes you just need to hear it from the horse's mouth. So I'm going to let these gloves sit there and dry, because your hands are going to sweat. It doesn't matter what kind of glove you use, if it's latex or rubber, what have you. Let them sit there and dry out, and they're good for another use of some kind. I wish I had saved the tag for these here, that way I could kind of say what they are, but I mean, shit. You know, that one was like a $4 pair of gloves versus this box here, I think was like 13 something. I will find the price and put all the information about this in the description. Hardy is the name of the company that produces them. They are made in, I don't know if you guys can even see it or not, made in Malaysia. Some little kid probably made these. With all seriousness though, they're good. I suggest that you go and pick yourself up a box. Like I said, they were about 13, 14 bucks. I can't remember exactly. Hardy name brand. You get 50 gloves in the box, so you know, 25 uses, I'm guessing. Yeah. Or 25 pairs, should I say. That's what I'm assuming anyway. I could be wrong. So if that was, let's just say if it's 50 gloves in total, and I just used 2, that'd be 48 left. Yeah. And maybe it's 25 sets. I'm not great at math, so don't even quote me on none of that crap. But anyways, Hardy's a name brand for industrial use. 50 gloves, heavy duty, textured fingertips, powder free, superior protection. And I'm not sure if the camera's going to even focus on it. There you go. You can see it a little bit. There's the textured fingertips. Provides a protective barrier against dirt, grime, oil, chemicals, and solvents used for automotive, janitorial, painting, maintenance, and light agricultural work. So, hey, farmers, it's good for you. Guys who do janitorial and painting, still maintenance related. Hey, why not? Nitrile disposable gloves. But I mean, who the hell wants to take off a pair and use them like one time if there's nothing wrong with them? I could understand if you soaked them in oil, or if you soaked them in gas, or if you got paint on them or whatever, then yeah, I can understand that. But if you did no more than what I did, why not use them again until they fall apart? Because, you know, if a box like this is going to take you a minute to go through, unless you're just that kind of person who's going to put a pair on, wear it one time for picking your nose, and then throw them away. Anyways, these were a size large. I will leave any additional information in the description, and we'll go from there. But anyways, supposed to possibly have a storm coming in tonight, so I'm gonna bring the truck in and let it get it out of the weather, whether anything happens or not. And that'll be that. Stay tuned, and we'll cover more stuff as it comes. You know, I'm gonna do this review tomorrow. Hopefully, if all goes as planned, I'm gonna drag out my electric drill, and I'm sure I've got something small around here I can use to take apart, and we're gonna see how it holds the socket and how the drill likes it, if that makes sense. But anyways, you guys have a good night, and we'll catch you tomorrow. Later.